days on it last year.
Last year.
No, it's been a few years ago. That's all. We think about that. We go back and back. Oh, we got some done with it.
Jeremy, what's up, man? Mr. Goodwood. All right, cool. I think we're out. No parachute. John Houston shared. What's up, Bowman? Good morning, sir. All right, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. A little chilly outside, right? But not bad. It feels good, right? Sun's out, sun's shining. As you guys know, we're going to go over a couple things real quick this morning, but as you guys know, we've been Facebook Living our meetings and sharing those kind of with people out there because obviously our mission is to eradicate the stigmas associated with the car business. And one way that we can do that is by having some transparency, letting people see inside our dealership who we are and what we do. And it has gone really, really well. There are a lot of people that say they watch these videos, they share these videos, and it's something that's refreshing. It's just where technology has taken us right now. So I was hoping we could take it maybe just a step further. Obviously, I've asked you guys to kind of share these videos when you can to let people know what we're doing in here. But also, if you guys all have your own social platform. You have people within your circles that you know that I don't know, and maybe they don't know a whole lot about Dane Cummins. So if you guys could, we would highly suggest that you guys use the Facebook Live feature on your Facebook whenever you can. For example, Mr. Fletcher, where's he at? I saw him this morning. Where's Chris? He's with a customer now. Chris Fletcher had a customer that drove 300 miles to get here to buy a new Silverado. He introduced me to him, and the customer told us a very good story, which would have been an awesome story for Chris to share on Facebook and Facebook Live and let people know. But the guy drove 300 miles based on, basically, he saw our prices, he saw our reviews, called in, made sure it was legit, and then as soon as he got off the phone, what he did is he called 3 dealerships. Well, stopped at 1, but he called 3 dealerships that were between us and him. One was a few miles out, one was a few more miles out, one was a few more miles out, and then there was us at 300 miles out. So he called the first dealership, said, hey, this is Dan Cummins' price on this vehicle. Just wondering if you could get close to that or match it so I don't have to drive 300 miles. And the dealership took a look at it and said, nope, we can't touch it. When you get down there, my guess is they're going to tell you they can't either. So then he went to the next dealership. He called, said, I'm very interested in buying a truck. I want to buy this Silverado. Here's the price from Dan Cummins. Please let me know. They said, okay, we'll get back to you. They just never called him back, period. So then on his way, he stopped in at a dealership that was still a couple hundred miles from here. He stopped in at a dealership that was still a couple hundred miles from here. He actually stopped in the dealership, said, man, look, here's the price. I don't really want to have to drive 300 miles if I don't have to. Can you please tell me if you can get close to this price that they have at Dan Cummins? And the salesperson said, sir, if you have Dan Cummins pricing, we're probably going to be $7,000 or $8,000 higher. I just suggest you go down to Dan Cummins. That's what somebody told him from 200 miles away. So then, of course, he got here and he got the full experience, and we treated him the way we're supposed to, and we made him feel special and important, and like he was the only one. And he bought a truck from us, and he is telling everybody about it. He's telling everybody the story on his Facebook and within his circles and his group, and we need to be doing the same thing on our side. So please, hop on. If you got a customer that you've given them the full Dan Cummins experience and they're willing to share it and their testimonial and let people know, use your Facebook Live. Pop it on real quick. It is taking over. I don't know if you guys have seen the commercials during the NFL playoffs. On Sundays on NFL, all of a sudden the screen stops and you're like, what's going on? And it shows like a Facebook Live, commercial feed. It is the advertising of the current, of the current time. So I would love it if you guys would share with me and share with people who we are, because this is an incredibly special place and I want everybody to know about it. And just share on your Facebook Live, share in your social media, please. Also with our ABN Live, when we're putting those pictures up, you guys do know that you can put the customer's email address in there, right? They've changed that platform now to where if you put the customer's email address in when you put them up on ABN Live, it's going to send them an email that's going to include the actual picture that they see up on the screen. Okay, so the way it used to be is it just used to send them a picture, right? Okay. No, now it sends them the actual whole presentation. Congratulations, Mr. Johnson, with his picture on the tablet. The whole thing that we see up on the monitors and up on the screens, which our customers love, it sends them that whole image. And then at the bottom it says, share on Facebook. So they can now just click a button and they can share that image on Facebook and let all their friends and family know that Dan Cummins took care of them and that they felt special, they felt important, and they felt like they were the only ones. So, can you guys please help me with that? Yes. Awesome. Cool. Because I know you guys are some Snapchat and Instagram and son of a guns. I just need you to get onto Facebook Live with me. Help me a little bit there. A couple little housekeeping things. We did have a discussion about when you sell a car, you need to fill the hole, right? Everybody remember us talking about that a little bit? You sell a new car, I need you to pull one out for that lot over there and fill the hole. I did notice quite a few holes as I traveled around yesterday, so I need you guys' help with that. Also, your locker room area, anybody, you guys have all been in there today, right? This place is disgusting. It's gross. I know you guys are all young men, most of you, some couple young ladies. But we gotta get that thing cleaned up, okay? That's a nice area. There's drinks all over the top of the computer charging cabinets. Let's think real quick. Hold on. Liquids, fluids, electricity. Not a real good combo, right? So if we could, please, this morning, just go down there. If you got any stuff down there, any trash, any junk or whatever, let's go get that cleaned up. That would be nice. This lot over here is a mess. You can't even drive in and out of it right now. It's a disaster. We're trying to come up with some solutions. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but we now have 1,800 cars in inventory. 986 new, 832 used, right? So we have over 1,800 cars in inventory, which is 100 cars more than we had last month. And we stopped buying stuff, so I don't really know what's going on. But our inventory just keeps multiplying, and it just keeps growing. And if we don't all help out and kind of help keep some sort of organization and system out there, it's gonna get like out of control. Literally, you can't even pull in there right now. It's kind of a mess. We tried to clean up a little bit of it yesterday. I know Tim and Clough tried to attack it a little bit. It's a daunting task. It's huge. There's just a lot of cars, and so we have to kind of take it one bite at a time. Which leads me into my next thing. We have these big goals. We have a big goal of selling 10,000 cars this year, right? Which we are on our way. We're going to dig in. We're going to get there. We just got to crunch. One thing that I forgot, and I apologize, I kind of came off the desk. And one thing that I forgot is it's not just important to have our yearly goals and to have our monthly goals, but it's incredibly important for us to have our daily goals. It's just super, super, super important. Will Smith, in an interview one time, talked about how you can't, you don't just go to somebody and you say, build a brick wall. It doesn't work like that. Instead, you have to take each brick and lay it perfectly, one brick at a time, and at the end, you have a brick wall, right? Well, it's the same thing here. We can't just go out and say, let's sell 10,000 cars, or we're going to sell 1,100 cars this month, or any big number like that, because it's just too big. It's too hard to swallow. So we got to take it in small bites. We got to look at our daily goals individually, and look at our daily goals as a team, and figure out where we're going to be. So you guys will see on the board now, you guys will see, the daily goal up underneath what we're doing. We started that earlier in the week, and we're starting to hit our targets. Everybody kind of knows what's going on, what direction we have to go. another thing that I need you guys to help me with, and just do that individually. Know what you're coming into every single day. Sit with your team leaders, map out the month, and figure out how we're going to get there. Okay? We are doing a very, very good job. We're number 6. Number 6 in the nation right now, in the United States of America, as far as our new cars go. We're doing a great job there. Really, really good job there. We just got to keep that up. Inventory is still kind of trickling in, but it's not as bad as it was. We do have a lot of Encores that are on the way, so get to know your Encore product, because there's going to be literally triple-digit Encores on this lot. That's Buick, yes, triple digits. So make sure that we know what we're doing as far as those go. Another thing that we've been focusing on and trying to sell a little bit more of is our Corvettes. We've got more Corvettes than most dealers in the nation, and so we are trying to make sure that we can provide a service. The only way we're going to sell all these Corvettes is we've got to sell them out of Kentucky, right? You know, we're going to sell a couple Corvettes in Kentucky, but it snows around here. Where can you sell the most Corvettes? Places where it doesn't snow, right? Californias and Floridas and places like that. So we're focusing on reaching out a little bit further to sell more Corvettes. And as part of that, we have to make sure that we are the authority when it comes to Corvettes, that we know what we're talking about, that we understand our customers, and we can make them feel special, feel important, and feel like they're the only one. So one thing that we're working on putting together right now is something called the Corvette Authority. We've grabbed a couple sales associates that are doing some die-hard training going into the history of the Corvette, making sure they know every Corvette from 2016 back to the first one, which was when? 53, is that what I heard? 1953. So they're studying hard, making sure their CSI is up. There's a lot of parameters that go into the Corvette Authority. It's something that's going to be available to everyone. We're just kind of starting with a small group right now. If it's something you think you're interested in and something you want to be a part of, get with Paul Meyer. Paul Meyer can kind of go over the details with you. But I want to show you guys what it looks like, or what it's starting to look like, as we put this together to make sure we can service our Corvette customers.
I guess starting from day one, I've always been a car guy. So some people are born into it, other people you have to grow on you.
I'd say it all started for me when I was 6 or 7 years old, collecting Hot Wheels.
I'd have to say that probably one of my biggest passions as a kid growing up was model cars. 100 of those model cars were all Corvettes.
I never thought I would be selling, $80,000, $90,000 Corvette. My love for cars started at a very young age. Going all over the state with my father to different car shows. One of my favorites being the Corvette.
My grandfather raced NHRA, top dragster, top fuel, 400 mile an hour, 4 seconds. Guess I was addicted to speed since I was in elementary school. Ever since I was a little kid, I saw the C1, and it's, for me, just the epitome of beauty in a car. Probably the most exciting is definitely the C7 Corvettes. I'm addicted to, ever since they came out, before I was in the car business, just to even look at them, they were a dream to even think about one day driving them.
My favorite of all of them was the Stingray, the Corvette, the C2. I just think that's the pinnacle. That's the sign of American muscle.
Can't argue with that car right there. It's in its own class. It's a dream car.
Just the look of them. They got them more sporty, made them wider. What's not to love about these Corvettes? Whether it be a split window C2 or the C4 with the crazy digital display of the 80s.
First time I was able to get inside of one when I delivered it was a real experience getting to see how it's changed from the 78 Corvette down to 2017.
It's a Corvette, baby. Everybody wants a Corvette.
Pretty good, right? boy Brandon. Is he not getting?
I guess starting from day one, I've always been a car guy.
Brandon's like getting super good with the video, isn't he? That guy is awesome, man. We pulled that guy out of the Kroger pharmacy. How about that? That's where he was working when I met him. He was a pharmacist at Kroger Pharmacy, and had been there for years. He just loved doing like some film stuff on the side. So we've created this position, and he's just really run away with it. Absolutely killing it. So we'll have the Corvette Authority. We are going to be the authority in the nation when it comes to Corvettes. Our goal is to sell more Corvettes than anybody, which people would say, you know, that's crazy. You're in Kentucky. Well, we've done crazier things in Kentucky. So we're going to continue to grow and expand on that. We're just trying to get better every day, and that light's kind of driving me nuts. There we go. All right. Trying to get better every day. So if you want to be a part of the Corvette Authority, talk to Paul. He'll go over the details. There's opportunities for everybody. Like I said, for now, we kind of started with those guys right now. We've pulled them. They've been doing some extra work, some extra studying, which I really appreciate. They're doing a phenomenal job, but we'll continue to grow that and be the best in America. Talk about that, talk about that, talk about that, talk about that. Good. So that's all that stuff. Now, I do want to touch on this real quick. Get the podium, man. Don't laugh at my handwriting, okay? All right. Yesterday is gone forever. Tomorrow doesn't exist. All we have is this beautiful day we call today. Let me dig into this a little bit. Yesterday, it's gone, right? There's nothing we can do about it. Yesterday is now gone. Whatever mistakes we may have made yesterday, they're gone. Any successes that we had from yesterday, they're gone. Yesterday is gone forever. In reality, once you live that day, this beautiful day that we call today, it's over and it's gone. Tomorrow doesn't exist. What I mean by that is, when's the last time you saw a newscaster like on the news that like, here I am in tomorrow, and this is what's going on? Like, it doesn't exist. It's not real. It's perceived. We in order for the human mind to understand time, and we just perceive a tomorrow, but in reality, it doesn't exist. All we have is this beautiful day that we call today. Now, the reason I kind of want to touch on this is it's really weird, like really weird, because Brenna and Malcolm and I were in my office last night at 8 o'clock. We were in my office, and we were talking about Hillary, our receptionist. She had a good friend who drove after drinking at 12:30 yesterday morning, I guess it would be. She drove after drinking on Athens-Moonsboro Road, and she hit a guy who was coming home from a second shift at work, and ended up killing that guy. Okay? She's 24 years old. But she ended up killing him, and her life will be changed forever. And you just never know. We just don't know when this stuff's going to happen. We don't know when things are going to change. We don't know when we're going to drive to work one morning and try not to be late and end up wrecking our car and breaking our leg and breaking our face and breaking our jaw. I mean, Nathan Kazi's going through those struggles right now. This morning, I get a message from Malcolm, and Malcolm's parents' house burned down last night, right? Or this morning, one of the other. Somewhere in there. Okay, their house is gone. And all their possessions, all that stuff, it's just gone. It was here yesterday, and now it's gone. And the first thing I could message back to Malcolm, when he said that, is just, hey man, it's going to be tough, and then be strong, and just know that as long as there's hope and love, that there can be a brighter, tomorrow. And that's hard to swallow right now and today, and I get that. And we're all going to be here for you. We love you to death. We'll be here for you and your family in any way that we can. It's just a reminder, man. It's just a reminder that we've got a good today. Today we've got 74 appointments in the system, right? We had a great Friday. We've had a great week. We're selling lots of cars. We're adding the Corvette Authority. We have things to complain about out there. We've got a tough lot to deal with, a tough lot to manage. We've got dirty locker rooms. We have stuff to complain about, no doubt. But when you look at it in comparison to some of the stuff that's going on there, that can go on, we have this beautiful day that we call today. That's all we get, man. This is the only promise right here. You woke up this morning, congratulations. I can't promise that the same thing will happen tomorrow. You woke up in a nice warm house, you drove here in your nice warm car. I can't guarantee that's going to happen tomorrow. So we have to take advantage of every today that we get. Every single today. You got to go into it, man. There's no promise of tomorrow. And we can't focus on yesterday because it's gone. So what are we going to do today to make a difference? To make a difference in our families' lives, to make a difference in this world. There's struggles. I mean, there's people in this dealership right now going through divorce, you know, going through recovery, people that struggle with drugs or with alcohol or whatever. There's stuff that goes on, and sometimes we get our little blinders on and we get up in this little, you know, this little podium or this high and mighty pedestal where we're just the best dealership and we're selling cars, and we sometimes forget that there's no tomorrow. It really doesn't exist. So this morning, I was hoping we could just come together real quick. You guys know how I am about praying in front of people, but I was hoping we could all maybe bow our heads for a second and just say a prayer for Malcolm and his family. And if you just join me for a second. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Your kingdom come, Lord, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. God, we come to you together this morning. We just ask that you put your hands on the chest of those that are suffering. Help lift them up, God. Help to remind them that there is love, and where there is love, there is hope. I know Malcolm's family is going to struggle. I know that their possessions are now gone. Their memories of yesterday no longer. But I hope, Lord, and I believe, God, that you always plan and that you don't and won't give anybody anything they can't handle. You managed to lift Malcolm up into a position that no one would have ever dreamed he would have been in. I know he'll support his family. I know he'll be there for him, and I thank you for that, Lord. I thank you for creating this dealership where we can not just be co-workers and friends, but be family. That we can, when somebody falls, when somebody crumbles, that we can surround them and lift them up, Lord. I just thank you so much that you put us in an economic position where we can help, where you put us in just as members of this team, and you keep allowing us these opportunities to make a difference in the world and make a difference in each other's lives. What you've done for us, Lord, over the past, I don't know how many years, but what you continue to do for us is truly nothing short of amazing. And we thank you so much for it. But through it, God, please humble us. Remind us that there's no guarantee of tomorrow. There's only this beautiful day that you gave us today. And I just ask that you help us, God. Help us to always remember that. God, thank you. Thank you for everything you do. Please be with us. Please be with Malcolm's parents and his family. Watch over all of us as we get through this day. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Amen. God, it's so hard for me all the time. I don't know why. We're in a good spot, guys. We're in a good spot. We're in a great place. We're doing great things. You guys are kicking butt, taking names, making a difference in the world. We're on a mission to eradicate the stigmas associated with our business, and it all starts with you guys each and every day. Let's pull together today, man. Let's pull together as a team. Let's make sure Malcolm's okay. Let's check on Kazi, make sure he's all right. Let's check in on Hillary. Let's make sure everybody's doing good this morning, and then let's go out there and let's make people feel special. Let's make people feel important. Let's make people feel like they're the only one, and let's show them who Dane Cummins really is, all right? All right, guys, I love you. Let's go. Mr. Paul. Authority Master.
Beautiful.
Any questions on that? Go see Paul. And you're the president of the Corvette Authority, so yeah, I'm sure they'll come to you. Hey guys, good morning. Paul Lyon, what did we say was? Oh, thank you, Paul. Hey, Sid, glad you're here. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. Please let people know the Incoming Chevrolet is the place to go to buy a car. Hey, Josh Cummins is on here. Good morning. Rodney Rowe, how are you, sir? But yeah, spread the word, man. This is the place. And just enjoy this day. It's a beautiful day. It's sunny outside. Just a nice crisp in the air, falling into the fall. It's just a beautiful day. No guarantee of tomorrow. If you know Malcolm and his family, reach out. Give them a prayer, if you would, please, for me. Throw in some prayers from there, and just reach out for them and let them know that they're covered in love, they're covered in support, and that we're going to be here for them, because it's just really important, man. We are truly blessed, each of us, every single day, to have this mighty, powerful God that loves us so much. So, hope you guys have an awesome day. Love you all, and I'll see you guys later.